Again with another Vinyl Finds video. It's been a while since the last time I've actually done one. It seems like it's probably been a good, well over a month probably, and the last one I didn't really show too many albums, but as you see in the previous video, I did rearrange some stuff. I did get some of my stuff finally moved around and the way I like it, and as you can see behind me, I actually have this shelf kind of fixed now and some albums back in. They're still in the process of putting stuff back in there. I mean, it's a real hassle. You really don't realize how many albums you actually own until you have to actually take them all and put them away somewhere else. And so it's a pretty big hassle, and but definitely worth it all at the end. It definitely looks a lot better. I feel like I've definitely upgraded my my sound system and my setup over there, so definitely really like that, and definitely a big upgrade, and definitely really enjoy being able to actually listen to my records again. It was definitely having withdrawals for a little while as they were all put away, but stuff is getting back to normal now. But nonetheless, pretty busy July, really, for the most part, good busy. I've gone to a lot of concerts. I know I've talked about seeing Chris Cornell and seeing Garbage, and both of those shows were just absolutely amazing, especially Garbage, just because being so close, and just it was like 4 rows from the stage. I mean, and I did a little, put a little highlight video up here just of some little clips of Snapchat videos that I took while I was there. Not the best quality, but I was taking it from my Snapchat, and I figured I'd just kind of edit it together and put it on here. And I did also do that for Bush and Dave Matthews, as I did just see those band. I saw Dave Matthews about a week ago, and I saw Bush just a couple of days ago. I actually have the t-shirt for Bush, and actually did get a t-shirt for Dave Matthews as well, which is really cool. It's like specially designed for that specific show. Just both tremendous shows, just really, really fun shows all together, Bush and Dave Matthews. I mean, just great shows. I really was really happy to be able to see both of them, and Bush was really good too. At one point, Gavin Rossdale just kind of got off the stage and ran through the audience singing a song, and it was just a really cool experience, and he ran right past me. It was definitely really cool, and just the whole experience of both shows was just really amazing. And I do plan on eventually putting a little highlight Snapchat video up on here as well, and see some highlights from both of those shows. And they were just definitely just amazing shows. And that's all the concerts that I have until August, I believe. August 21st, I'm seeing Counting Crows unless something else comes up, which you never know. And then of course I'm seeing Black Sabbath September 2nd, so definitely looking forward to that show. It's going to be amazing. I saw Black Sabbath like 2 or 3 years ago, and it was really awesome, and I'm definitely glad to be able to see them once again, because really honestly didn't think that after the 2013 tour that I'd honestly ever get the chance to see them again. So definitely really psyched that they are touring one more time. But so I'm going to stop talking and just start showing off some albums that I have found in the last month or so. And the first one I'm going to show is one that I got when it came out a couple weeks ago, and one that I had been anticipating. Kind of goes on the theme of Dave Matthews, because it is Dave Matthews, the Crash reissue. Of course, originally came out in 1996. This is the 20th anniversary, the first time it's ever been on vinyl. And just a solid album. This is just a regular black version. I know Amazon had like a collared version that you could get exclusively to them, but it was only on 150 gram. This one's on 180 gram. I don't know the difference of sound quality. I don't know if it's a major difference or not, but I just thought I'd stick with the black one. But I mean, just a classic album from Dave Matthews. So Much to Say, Crash Into Me, Too Much, Number 41, Drive In, Drive Out, Trippin' Dilly's, Proudest Monkey. I mean, every single song on this album is just fantastic. I was actually lucky enough to, when I saw Dave Matthews, he actually played Crash Into Me and Trippin' Dilly's off of this album. It was really cool to hear those songs live. I kind of wish he would have played some more stuff. I mean, Dave Matthews has such a fantastic library of music that he's produced that really anything he plays is just awesome. especially when it just starts jamming out the songs. He'll take like a song that's like 5 minutes on one of his albums and just play it for 20 minutes. It's just really, really awesome. And we got that at the Vinyl Rescue Project. The next couple albums I'm going to show are albums I got at the Vinyl Rescue Project down here in Greenwood, Indiana. And this one that I'm going to show next is actually kind of a blind buy. It's called the Rave Ups Chance. And I took a chance on it actually, and it's an alright album. It's kind of not what I was expecting. I didn't listen to all of it, but it's kind of not what I was expecting. It came out in 1990. But I mean, it wasn't really like terrible or anything. It's probably one that I have to listen to again. Maybe it will grow on me. But just a cheap album that I figured I'd take a chance on, and I picked it up. And then I picked up another album that I also took a chance on. It's called Material Issues. And it's the Blockbuster EP. And I actually really did enjoy this album. I was actually pleasantly surprised. And this one came out in 1991. And it is a gold stamp promo copy as well. I mean, it just sounds really, really, really good. They do a really cool cover of Thin Lizzy's Cowboy Song. And they really do a really good job on it. Really enjoyed this one. And this was definitely a blind buy. The first time I put it on, I really enjoyed it. And definitely will be on the lookout for more of Material Issues, actual studio albums. But really, really enjoyed this EP. And then the last album I picked up at the Vinyl Rescue Project is a reissue of Brad. It is a reissue of Welcome to Discovery Park, which originally came out in 2002. This was a used copy, so it's pretty inexpensive, but of course Brad Stone Gossard from Pearl Jam's in this band. Just a really solid band as well. Really enjoy Brad. And this one actually has a couple of bonus songs on here as well. There's 2 bonus songs on here, just on black vinyl. Nothing too spectacular there, but really solid. I mean, anything that involves Pearl Jam, I'm usually all over. And every one of the guys from Pearl Jam side projects are all very solid. Can't go wrong with anything Pearl Jam related. And Brad, no exception. Really enjoy the stuff that they put out. And definitely was happy to find that one at the Vinyl Rescue Project. And the next couple of things I'm going to show are stuff I found at Half Price Books and various different stops there. The first couple things I actually have are some CDs. I usually don't show CDs, usually don't buy CDs that often. Half Price Books, I'll buy them every so often. I actually find some decent stuff in the clearance bin. But I was there the other day and I actually came across a lot of these Pearl Jam CD bootlegs from the 2003 tour. I have a couple of these already, but picked up some of these ones. Can't go wrong with live Pearl Jam albums. Picked up State College, Pennsylvania from May 3rd, 2003. It's a 3 CD set. And then I also picked up Washington from July 1st, 2003. Picked up both of the New York shows from that tour, July 8th, 2003 and July 9th, 2003. Pearl Jam in Tokyo, March 3rd, 2003. And St. Louis, April 22nd, 2003. So definitely really cool to find those. Really don't listen to CDs all that often. I have series in my car, so I usually don't even listen to CDs in my car, but if it's Pearl Jam, I usually pick it up, especially if I don't have it. But I did pick up some records there as well, various different stuff. The first album I actually am going to show, I've not even opened yet, and I actually had this particular album for a while. I've had it for a couple of months, and the last time I did a Vinyl Finds video, I had to put away, and I had to dig it back out, and I finally dug it back out, and it is actually this one right here. It's Neil Young, live in Chicago in 1992. And of course, it's one of those unofficial albums. And it seems like Half Price Books has a lot of these types of albums there. Usually pretty inexpensive. And I actually got this one. I think they were having, I'm going to say, a 15 or 20% off sale So it's a little bit cheaper than what they even had it listed as, but solid track listing on here. I really like the fact that Harvest Moon is on this album, and I did see the reviews on Discogs, and a lot of people talked highly of it and talked highly of the quality, so definitely looking forward to actually opening this up and actually spinning it sooner than later. I just haven't gotten around to actually open it up yet. And then another album I picked up there, Keith Richards, his first solo album, Talk Is Cheap. Can't go wrong with Keith Richards. I mean his last album that he came out with, he was last solo album, another solid album that came out last year. This one is just in fantastic shape. So it has the inner sleeve in it. Looks unplayed. But just can't go wrong with Keith Richards, really anything that he releases. But definitely was happy to find that one. And then with the Half Price Books last weekend, and I found a couple really decent albums there as well that I was actually really surprised to find for the price that I did. The first one is an original 2003 copy of Jet Get Born. Just a solid album from them. This is their first album. And of course, Are You Gonna Be My Girl? Classic song on this album. And then just again, cheap album they had in the used section, and looks pretty much unplayed. It's like fantastic. I'm definitely really happy to find this one in there. This is the first Jet album I actually have on vinyl. So pretty ecstatic to be just able to randomly find it at Half Price Books. And then there was one more album that I had found at Half Price Books in that same day. And another one I was pretty psyched to find it. It's Slipknot's third album. The original 2004 copy. And I'm not the world's biggest Slipknot fan by any means, but I definitely couldn't pass picking this up for the price that they had it for. And just looks unplayed. It has all the sleeves and everything. No label, it's just kind of a black label. Nothing too spectacular there. But some of the prices at Half Price Books, especially the one that I go to, and I know they're all different because I've gone to a couple different Half Price Books, and they're all kind of all over the place. But it just seems like they just draw like a price out of a hat and just stick it on an album, because it seems like some albums that should be kind of cheaper are usually kind of more higher price, and the ones that are kind of rare are a little bit cheaper. It doesn't really make any sense to me, but it usually at the end of the day benefits me and other customers. So definitely all for that. And do have one more album to show. And this one was actually a Discogs buy that I had purchased a week ago. And this is actually an album that I had been wanting to pick up for a little while. It came out, I want to say around November of 2015. And just no record stores near me. And I've checked when I went to a couple, like when I went to Columbus, Ohio, and Dayton, Ohio, and places like that, and Louisville, Kentucky, and stuff. And I go to record stores there, and I would look for this album there too. And none of the record stores I would go to would get it in. I don't know if it was just because this band is not that big, or just this album wasn't, maybe. I really honestly have no idea. And I even asked one of the record stores if they could specially order it in, and I guess they weren't able to because I never heard anything back. But I put it on their website too. It was a little bit more than I always wanted to kind of pay. It was kind of pricey on there. So I just kind of waited, and no copies were even available on Discogs for a long time. And one finally popped up just recently for like $16, so I jumped on it and picked it up, and it's the Toadies' newest album, Heretics. And just a solid album from Toadies. Really enjoy the Toadies. Of course, Rubberneck is just a fantastic album. And this album is really cool because it has a lot of their classic songs and some of their other songs kind of reimagined and done acoustically. There's a couple of new songs on here, but like there's Possum Kingdom and Black Slider on here, where they just kind of do acoustic versions of it. There's a really awesome cover they do of Heart of Glass, of course, the Blondie song, and just a really solid cover. I honestly highly recommend checking it out here on YouTube and looking it up. The Toadies' Heart of Glass is just fantastic cover song. I almost like it as much as the original version, honestly. It's kind of different. They kind of put their own take on it. It's honestly really good. Definitely recommend checking it out. But it's a really solid album all the way through, and glad I was finally able to actually pick it up. But that is all the albums I actually have to show. Of course, there is a lot of stuff still coming out that I'm really looking forward to. A lot of reissues finally coming out. Of course, the Pearl Jam reissues, No Code and Yield, and all the singles that go along with those albums are coming out. And I know it was supposed to come out, actually, I think this week, and unfortunately, it got pushed back. And I think it's September 2nd now, I want to say, that it's coming out. But I've definitely been anticipating those. Even though I own original copies of No Code and Yield, I am really excited for these reissues to come out and being able to listen to them and get those in my hands. Really looking forward to that. I mean, I pre-ordered those like way back, I want to say in like April or May. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to the Pearl Jam Live at Third Man Records Vault issue release coming out. I think that comes out sometime in September too. Really looking forward to that. I know Soundgarden has some reissues coming out at the end of the month, I want to say. As does Beck. I think Odelay is finally getting a reissue as well. And a lot of cool stuff getting reissued. I saw that Hole Live Through This actually just got a reissue too, so that's really cool. Of course, I have an original copy of that one. Definitely awesome, though, that these rare albums are getting repressed and at affordable prices. Definitely looking forward to it. And hopefully we'll have another video up soon. Like I said, I do plan on putting up those little Snapchat highlights of Dave Matthews and Bush. So anyway, I don't really have anything else to say. So thanks again, guys, for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day.